What's up, beer brand? We're at Gentleman Roast Club Birmingham and we're with Jakob today. We're cutting his hair and we're shaving off his beard. What are we doing today then, Jacob?
Right, so what I was thinking of was the sides, just to cut them and maybe just leave them on that level.
Okay.
And then with the top front, just leave the length and just try to put it a little bit on the side.
So it's a bit like executive contour, it's called.
Right, yes.
So a solid part in through here.
Yes.
All of this length is going to come over to the left.
That's correct.
And we're going to go for a medium to high skin fade. Okay?
That's correct, that's why I wanted
Right,
it.
okay. And what are we doing with the beard?
Oh, well, we're gonna shave it off.
Okay, we're going to leave...
Well, we're gonna leave the stash.
Leave the stash,
Yeah.
okay, right. Okay, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a number two guard on the clipper. The lever is going to be fully closed that way, and we're going to be putting in our first guideline. So I want to take it up to just where the hair kind of peaks out, just along that parietal ridge. And this is going to create the canvas for the skin fade. Again, it's flicking out with a C motion, so we're not just going straight into the head and taking all that bulk out. We want to keep that, because that's going to create a nice bit of contrast between the skin fade and the parting. So we're going to follow that all the way around the head, and we're dropping it to 0, and then we're slightly offsetting it. This is so that you don't press into the scalp and leave an imprintation? Imprintation? Is that a word? Yeah, imprint, yeah. Right, we're going to drop the head down slightly, and we're going to work with the head shape. So we're going to find the O-bone, which is just there, and we're going to go slightly above the O-bone. We're going to create a nice smile shape so that the fade dips down a little bit at the back. Yeah, imprintation is definitely a word. And same on this side. And that makes it really easy to get your 0 line nice and even. Some people some barbers don't worry about having straight lines in guidelines, but for me, I think that's what makes your fade really, really smooth. Right, now we're going to knock out the hair below the 0 line. So to make this fade a bit smoother, I'm going to take about an inch below with a 0 on the clipper. I've actually zeroed the clipper now, so I've closed that and took that just all the way down to the teeth. I think I'm about to do something drastic with my hair.
You keep threatening it.
Yeah, I can feel it coming. I had to trim the beard slightly. I've caved on the ear. It was getting out of hand. And this is going to take it low enough now so that when I use the foil is not going to pull the hair, it's going to cut the hair. It's going to feed the foil a bit easier. And I'm just flicking out as I hit the true 0 with the Wild Magic Clip. Yeah. I'm not applying too much pressure. I'm kind of letting the foil do the work, because it's very hard to get a line out if you press down too hard here. Just going to remove the bulk below that line. I'm kind of looking forward to shaving this beard off, mate. Okay, so we're blending in that 0 line now. We're just knocking down using the front edge of the foil. I'm just hitting that line downwards first. So it's always good to notice as well bone structure. So it appears there's a shadow here. When I pull the skin tight, I can see that actually the hair's blended and it's the bone structure that's creating the shadow. I had a guy come in a couple of weeks ago and he wears glasses and he had like a line here. And I was trying to knock it out with a foil for 5 minutes. And I said, in the end, I looked at him and I went, "Do you wear glasses?" And he went, "Yeah." And I went, "Oh, That's what it is. We're going to start flicking out with the 0.5. Probably about an inch for that band. So that's going to make that 175. And again, we're going to be flicking out just below where the 2 is. How do you pronounce your name, Jacob? Is it Jacob or Jacob? What's the correct way?
The correct way is Jakub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but your English name is Jacob.
Well, yeah.
Right, hold that there for me a sec. So we've got a 1 guard now. So this is a standard 1 guard, and we're going to put it into a open position. So it's a 1.5. We're going to start working. We're not going to fade straight across. We're going to make sure that we're fading with the arc that we've created. And now we can see we've got a little bit of a weight line just through here. But that's naturally going to come out now as we move down the guards. I like this way of fading because it's very hard to get lost in it. You kind of know what you're doing and what's next all the way through the cut. Okay, now we're going to be flicking out. We're going to start to work out that last bit of weight. Okay, I'm going to close it down to 0.5 now, so it's fully closed. And we're going to be removing that last bit of weight on that line. Okay, right, so the top, I kind of like the length already. I'm just going to make sure it's nice and even so it sits well. So I can see straight away just by running my fingers through it, there's a little bit of weight through here. And then this is going to come over and we're going to put parting in. I'm going to have to make sure that this sits well through there. So I'm going to just nip a little bit off the fringe. And I'm going to be working backwards. So if you're cutting like a crop or any forward moving style, you want to start from the back and work forward. But if you're moving backwards, pompadours, executive contours, it's good to move from front to back and create that movement in the haircut. So I'm looking through here now and I can see, again, there's a bit of weight through here. So I'm just point cutting because I want to leave a bit of texture. I don't want it to be too straight or too neat. Now we're going to just kind of distinguish where we're going to put this part in. So we're going to work out from the crown. I'm going to try and keep it as natural as possible because the hair, you don't want it to be finding a part in every day. You kind of want it to part on its own. And I'm going to run that to the centre of the cow's lick. And now I can tidy that up. Keeping the static blade, we're going to blend out the ridge from where the top meets the fade. Okay, we're nearly ready to blow dry the hair and style the top. Let's take that clip out. We're going to be working out the parting, we're going to be blow drying the parting downwards. This is what Jacob would have to do when he gets home, or when he's trying to find that parting in the morning. Another simple way of doing this is by putting product in first and then parting the hair, because obviously it will hold the parting for you. So we're going to want this hair nice and dry. Right, I think before we style it, what we should really do is we should trim this beard off and then style the lot. So let's put a headrest in. And we're aware now that we want to keep the moustache. So I'm going to segregate the moustache from where it naturally meets the beard. So you can do this by pulling up and finding a split. So for me, the hair here splits just at the corner of the mouth. And I'm going to just put quite a definitive line in there.
No going back now, mate.
Nope, you're in now, dude. Okay, and I'm going to do the same on this side. And I'm going to work down from the cheeks. Oh my gosh, he hasn't got a chin.
He's gonna be fine.
It's going to be fine, dude. Don't you worry about it.
It's gonna be alright.
It's going to be alright. Oh, it's actually quite therapeutic. Merry Christmas!
Yeah. How does it look like?
It's looking quite cool actually, mate.
I was just thinking that.
I quite like it.
Cool.
I think you're doing a bit of a Carlos Costa here, mate.
Right.
This is going to be a Carlos Costa moment for you. I think keeping the tash is a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay, so we're going to be working down through here now. Oh, you got one of those chins. It's like, this is
Surprise! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas. I actually think it looks better with a bit of stubble, rather than going for the baby face.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I just need to check it.
Yeah. I think if you go clean, it's not going to look as good. Because you've got grain here, you see, it grains in. We've only gone very low with the foil. I think it's better to grain in and then grain back out.
Yeah, we don't go with the baby face.
Yeah, I think the baby face might be a bit too much. Massive. I know, I'm going to trim the moustache as well, it's going to look amazing. Okay, it's feeling nice and even. Okay, so I'm just trying to create a bit of shape so that the tash comes out and splits nicely. I'm almost trying to create like a round shape at the bottom. Side of the clipper kind of helps when you're doing this. Here we're looking for, just on those edges, we're looking to kind of create a bit of shape so that it naturally wants to curl up and not push down. So we've got the tea tree moustache wax. We're going to rub it into the fingers, warm it up, apply it. That looks amazing, mate. That looks awesome. Apply it on this side. Just get that looking nice and sharp. Dude, you look so different.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Looks good though.
Missing your grooming tips? Well, you can now get them over at Beard Brand Alliance. This channel is just for barbershops, and the new channel is about looking your best.